There's a new YouTube policy which has led to thousands, if not millions of channels demonetized in 2026. As of July 15, 2025, a lot had changed. The algorithm was updated, and of course, if you're watching this video, you've probably heard of the word inauthentic content. Today's video, I'll break it down for you and I'll give you everything you need to know, or should I say you need to avoid in 2026 to avoid your channel getting demonetized. If you don't know me, my name is Awesome Lalpdy. I've been running YouTube faceless channels for a long time now. I've generated over $500,000 without actually showing my face, without using my voice, and of course all this is done with the help of AI. In this video, I'll break down everything you need to know about the algorithm, everything you need to know to keep your channel safe, and of course you know very well you're gonna get legit solutions. Now, what is inauthentic content? I'll just basically summarize it in one word: low effort content. Low effort content basically means there's little or no human input. Why do I say this? Because a lot of creators lately are using AI tools to create their videos, from idea generation, script patterns, editing, video titles, keyword description, and all that, right? Even going up to the idea of thumbnails. And YouTube has been looking at this and it's like, oh, this is not good for the future of YouTube. This is not good for the future of viewers. And there's an important part that people fail to mention, which is the advertisers. Most advertisers would not want their videos to be displayed on AI slop type content. And yeah, so I'm gonna say it's just referring to what is called low effort content. On my screen right here, I've actually gathered out 12 things you should avoid in 2026 that will see your channel safe and your channel won't be demonetized. The first one I want to talk about is templated content. Why? Now, this is very important because it starts all over from your video. Now, I want to talk about this because some people always use the same clips over and over again. Take, for example, you're trying to edit a video, right? And if every frame that begins with your video is probably an intro, it's probably a 5 seconds intro, that is a bit problematic. Or you always start the image, or you always start the video with a certain image, that's problematic. Or there's always a pattern. Say, for example, your video always has a particular transition or a particular pop-up sound or a particular zoom-in effect every time you start your video. That is somehow what is called templated content. Now, another way we can call templated, or we can put templated content, is, say for example, you want to edit a video on the celebrity gossip news, and today you use clip A, clip B, and clip C in the same line, in the same sequence. And in that same video, I could see clip A, clip B, and clip C. That is not right. Now, YouTube is now run by Gemini, and if you know, Gemini studies not just the frame, it studies every single thing within the video, right? So if you notice a continuous pattern within your video, that's a huge red flag. Now, the second thing I want to talk about is the same script style. A lot of people assume inauthentic content is just because you're using a text-to-speech software. No. It's actually also related to your script style, your script pattern. Say you're always starting your video with, let's say, imagine, and the next video is start with imagine, or the next video is always imagine or picture this. I'm using these two words because this is common with chat or ChatGPT written content or most AI generated content, right? So you don't really want to get into that scenario, and it's always having a particular intro, body, and conclusion. Maybe after it says imagine in a word of this, we're going to break it down for you. Before we want to provide you value, please subscribe. And always at the end, it's always like, thank you for watching. It's templated. It's the same script over and over with just little bit of content. YouTube wants something that is variation. A human being will always add variations to it. The third one I want to talk about is almost similar titles. Most people actually do this without realizing. Okay, this usually happens because a video has gone viral and you're thinking, should you actually recreate such a video? You have to do it multiple times, and maybe you're thinking it's because of this same title template that it's working and you want to do it over and over. That's a problem. I'm saying this because when a video goes viral, say a video is titled 2 minutes ago something happened, and in your next video I'm seeing 2 minutes ago, in your next video I'm seeing 2 minutes ago, or let's say your channel is a top 10 channel and you say the first example is like top 10 facts about X, top 10 facts about Y, top 10 facts about Z. That is not nice. YouTube wants something that the pattern, the formula pattern of the titles is always very different, not the same. Okay, fourth is actually something that I think YouTube doesn't like the most, which is mass produced content. You're producing videos up to an hour. If it's a human being, you know very well that that's not possible. YouTube somehow terms this mass produced or auto-generated content. This is very common with storytelling niches, where they just pull in 4 or 5 pictures, add a voiceover to it, it gets lots of views, and they probably post videos for an hour, and not just an hour. Some people have gone up to the extent of posting like for 3 hours, and not just 3 hours, they'll post like 4 of those for 3 hours. So it's low effort, it feels inauthentic because it's basically a picture, and also we're relying on the text-to-speech software. Now, another thing I want to talk about, which is the next on the list, is low effort content, which is basically the term I used before. I'll call it AI slop. Now, these are examples of low effort content you have to be aware of. Probably you've seen this on TikTok, very common. A cat actually singing, a cat actually just like everything is done with the help of AI, and YouTube doesn't like that. YouTube wants a human touch to it, a human feel to it. And the best way to add a human feel to such kind of content is actually using a human voiceover, not a text-to-speech software. Okay, I would like to talk about another topic which is somehow controversial. YouTube doesn't always want you to talk about similar topics. For example, now you're in the entertainment niche, or let's say the celebrity niche, and what recently happened with, what everyone is talking about, Bad Bunny and all this, right? And YouTube is trying to look, is everyone saying the same thing? Is everyone actually talking about the same event over and over? Don't get me wrong, it's important to talk about trends and how recent it's good to post your content, but YouTube does not want to see the same script pattern. And there's recently what is called a gist filter, right? This is a very important concept. Say for example, everyone is talking about Bad Bunny, what happened, and probably what is happening in the US. For example, a lot of people don't really want, or the president don't really want immigrants in the country, and you know Bad Bunny actually use Spanish to actually perform, right? But everyone is talking about this, but you actually put it from a viewpoint of an American rather than the viewpoint of the whole wide world. Or you basically, I want you to actually, like, the idea should come from a different view angle, not just the same thing over and over again. And this is what YouTube does. It filters out everything that has been seen on the platform, and then it finds unique ideas, not just the same thing that everyone is talking about, and promotes those. So at the end of the day, you should be aware that YouTube sometimes can consider there's channels where they always take people's scripts, repurpose for the same reason. This really happens because a lot of people will take people's videos that are performing well in the last 48 hours, just recreate them without adding significant value to them. So it's basically the same thing set in different forms, right? So try to avoid it. Now I want to talk about this next one because a lot of people think maybe I'm just saying it. Now if you're getting low views, continuous low views, and you keep creating videos over and over and you're getting low views over and over, that's a major red flag. That tells YouTube a lot about your channel. Most people suffer from this from content creators. They'll probably post like 15 a day, and they keep getting low views, and they keep posting and they keep getting low views. The signals that tells the algorithm, the signal it tells the algorithm is this channel is not good for YouTube, it's not sustainable for YouTube, and YouTube is like And sometimes if you're posting long form content, you're getting low views, low engagement, and YouTube discovers that you keep posting and keep uploading. Somehow it thinks you're just using an AI slop to create these videos. So I encourage people, do not post a lot, especially at the start, right? And even if you want to post a lot, I think you should just have to wait until your channel gets sufficient traffic. Okay, the next thing I want to actually talk about is static scrolling content. This is obvious: slideshows or scrolling text with little or no narrative or motion. This is something that has always been in the platform ever since, but right now it's categorized under the inauthentic content. Now this usually happens especially with people that deal with quizzes, right? You have a channel that talks about, that questions people on different quizzes. Like, for example, they might say, what are the 7 wonders of the world? It's not actually a voice over reading this, but it just pops up as text, and then it gives you different options to choose from. That's quite wrong. YouTube wants something that there's always some sort of narration to it, right? And not only narration, a significant portion of it should have narration to it. So if you're actually just having a quiz channel, you should think about adding some sort of narration that makes it entertaining, and people wanna watch that as well. Now, the next I want to talk about is cross-channel repurposing. Many people or many creators at the start will take a video, upload a video to a YouTube channel. Maybe it's not performing that well, and they'll take that video, repurpose, upload them to another channel to test which of the channels it works on. Come on, this is inauthentic. You can think about it like, probably you've used a human voiceover, you've added human input to it, but YouTube still categorizes under inauthentic content. Post one video only to one channel. Don't think when you delete the video is truly off the YouTube platform. There's a signal, there's a watermark that has been left for that video. So always try to post one video for one channel only. Okay, the next I want to talk about is something that I've been a victim to several times, which is misleading data. This is very, very dangerous, because this one does not just lead to your YouTube channel demonetized, but also deleted off the platform, and you will never be able to create another YouTube channel again. So some people actually say change your device, change your IP and all that, but there are other things YouTube considers when they actually delete your channel off the platform. They consider something like your Face ID, they consider something like your fingerprints, they consider something like your 2-step verification phone number and all that to actually track you. And at the end of the day, when they track you, they flag you with what is called circumvention policy. Again, under inauthentic content, misleading data is something that I think is a priority for YouTube. To not actually put fake titles, to not put fake thumbnails. Your content, your title, your description should actually relate to what is in the content itself, right? Everything that is being said on the title and thumbnail and description as well should match what is being said in the content. Even if it's flirtingly, it should always be in it. Also, this is an important point. The fact that you've mentioned something in your title, it's actually what's in your thumbnail, it's actually what is on your description section, does not mean that YouTube cannot consider it sometimes as misinformation or a deceptive practice. Sometimes, I'm saying this because especially creators who actually create political videos, they think just creating these political videos is enough to guarantee the fact that they have collected information from a verified source like CNN, in quotes, and yeah, they have good, like, okay, I'm going to post this and it's okay. It could still lead to misinformation. But again, at the end of the day, to avoid all this, try as much as possible always to make sure that your title, your thumbnail actually matches your content. At least that is not misleading, but it could probably fall under misinformation if maybe YouTube deems it misinformation, but at least it's not misleading. Now I want to talk about the next one, which is reuse content. Reuse content is basically you using another creator's work without adding significant value. By significant value, YouTube mainly talks about changes, especially in the new value, which is the voiceover, the new content, the new viewpoint you're adding into the video. This especially goes to reaction type videos, right? People just take other people's videos, play the clip for a very long time and just react to it for a bit. But obviously, reuse content is not so difficult to solve, especially when your video contains a significant part which is new and a voiceover. I think that's not a big problem. I've actually done a video on YouTube to show you how to solve the aspect of reuse content. If you haven't watched it, click on the card right here, try to go watch that video. So at the end of the day, I think one thing I've come to discover with all this inauthentic content stuff, or the reasons why YouTube is demonetizing a lot of text-to-speech softwares, videos, is solely because of one thing. They want something that they want a human touch in these videos, and the best way to actually have human touch is adding a human voiceover. Guys, if you can have a human voiceover in your video, trust me, you are actually 100% safe from the rest of the issues. Now, I'm not talking about issues like misinformation, because you can use your voice and still misinform people. But you see all this aspect of low effort content and all this, like, you will be free from that. Can you mention the channel that has used a human voice and just use only photos only, right? That means photos are displaying. One of the popular channels in this niche is a football channel I follow and I love so much. It's Talk FCB. His photos just zooms in and zooms out, but he adds a human voice over to it and he has never gotten demonetized. You're asking why? YouTube wants a human touch to the videos. So if you can add that layer with your own human voice, trust me, you wouldn't have a problem like that. So I think so far so good. We've spoken about a lot right here. We've actually detailed out the different things that can lead your YouTube channel to be demonetized in 2026. If you found value from this, please do not forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. In my next video, I'll actually be showing you how to create videos step by step using a text-to-speech software that will not lead you to inauthentic content. So make sure you stay tuned, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.